All right, moving along to Saturday, 7 games to choose from. What's your favorite play, AJ?
I really like the Titans matchup for Saturday with the Bears, and obviously Ryan Tannehill is in the league's COVID protocols, so it should mean plenty of reps for Logan Woodside. I would anticipate Matt Barkley getting some opportunities, but as I said before, Barkley is a known quantity. Like, you don't have to figure out what you have there. So I think Woodside could see the bulk of the workload there. And I would also maybe consider A.J. Dillon in Green Bay, especially considering the team is likely going to limit Aaron Jones' reps with him still coming back from that hamstring injury. Yes, Dillon has to face the Bills' defense, but it could be kind of a shadow defense as they try and figure out who's winning position battles. So those are my two options for Saturday.
Geoff, 7 games to choose from on Saturday. Favorite play?
There's a lot of juicy quarterback plays on this slate. Kyle Trask is probably going to play a lot. You've got Jordan Love probably returning from injury and playing a lot, but I like it's got to be Justin Fields here. I mean, by all indications, he could play more than a half as well, going up against the Titans team who, half the team's on COVID protocol anyways. They're not marching any starters out there at this point. This could just be an absolute layup win for Justin Fields and the Bears. I think that Justin Fields at this point says, okay, you're not going to start me. Like, I'll just go out and play, and there's no pressure at this point either. So I think it's absolutely, again, much like it's like Dwayne Haskins is kind of the obvious play. This is pretty obvious, but I really don't. I wouldn't get too fancy at quarterback here. We've seen Fields' willingness to run in the preseason already. Like I said, it really sounds like he's going to play at least a half, which is great for preseason. So that's got to be my top play. If you want a kind of a GPP flyer, Dwayne Eskridge, I think their second-round pick there, wide receiver for Seattle, should get quite a bit of work. They've got to work him in a bit. He looked like a really, just interesting, explosive player. I think Eskridge could be a guy who just pops off for a long touchdown here. So another name to just keep an eye on.
All right, Kenny, who do you like?
Yeah, I have to echo Geoff when he says Justin Fields. I mean, that is far and away the best play on Saturday when you take a look at the matchup with, Tennessee depleted. Mike Vrabel's trying his best to get some starters in there, but obviously a lot working against it. And when you look at the Bears, they're going to be starting their starting offensive line, or most of it anyway. Now, this whole story with the Bears this preseason has been how ravaged by injury their offensive line was. So that's good news for Justin Fields and Justin Fields owners that, you're going to get a guy not only who has shown that he has a lot of talent, he's run the football a lot, which was a really pleasant surprise, and looked really good this preseason. Now he has a starting line in front of him. So I think that this is very good news. Obviously, the skill position players, we're still dealing with twos with Justin Fields, but he's shown that really hasn't been much of an issue. Cole Kmet could be another guy to look at on this slate, but I really do think that Justin Fields is a very good play. I'm giving him my stamp of approval here.